Hello, Purple Heart Consciousness holders. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby, and I'm coming to you in real time. I'm sneaking some time out of the day. And the reason I'm sneaking time out of the day is I am on a special sabbatical today. And that sabbatical is I'm doing sharpening my saw. Part of sharpening my saw is attending, even during COVID-19, a conference where I can just empower myself to be even more than I'm able to be. And that's part of growth, it's part of our expansion. And so, but I wanted to take some time out to just pray with you, because our commitment is to remind you of the value of spiritual practice. So just as this conference is part of my spiritual practice, so is prayer. And it is an honor to pray with you today. So this past week, we've been working with how to change your life. And we've been talking about awakening. And so today, what I'd like to do is I want to share a little bit more about that process of awakening and what Ernest Holmes has to say. We've been focusing on that Christ, that higher self. And this is what he says. Christ is the higher self, the divine life processing from the Father. The Christ centers the world of manifestation and animates all things. Christ is in everything. We're rooted and centered in him who says the way, the truth, and the life. Christ is the supreme idea which Jesus made manifest through the power of his word. Christ is the divine nature of all being and the supreme goal of union, and towards which all individuals and collective evolution moves. The realization of this union gives birth to the consciousness of Christ in the individual and has been called the light of the world. When Peter said to Jesus, "Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God," Jesus answered by telling Peter that no man had revealed this to him, but that it was a direct revelation of the Spirit. When we live in close contact with the divine, we have direct revelation, and that direct revelation brings about the highest and greatest good for everyone, ourselves and in the entire universe. And I'm sharing that with you because many people may be moving through something right now. It is important for you to continue to turn to the light. That light is that of optimism. That light is for more good to expand itself within your life and within the world. Let not your heart be disheartened. Believe in the divine. Believe in that wonderful presence, and I'll tell you where it dwells, deep within you, within the heart of your being. With that in mind right now, I'm going to invite you to just turn within with me. And as we turn within right now, we're just acknowledging that one power, that one presence, that one spirit that is everywhere present in everything and everyone. And I'm acknowledging it as the peace that passeth all understanding. I'm acknowledging it as divine wisdom. I'm acknowledging it as love in action. And as I acknowledge this divine power and this divine presence, I simply know that there is only one life, and that life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is alive and thriving right where I am. It is alive within every single person that is hearing this prayer. And I know that it is this energy and this vibration that has gone before and prepared the way. So what I'm acknowledging is the energy of enthusiasm. I'm acknowledging the energy of love. I'm acknowledging the power of truth. And I know that this truth, this love, this enthusiasm integrates itself and fulfills itself beyond that which we cannot even imagine. I know that it is creative. And in this creative element right here, right now, I affirm only good. I know that it is the energetic fulfilling itself within our body temple, that our body temple is perfect, whole, and complete because the energy of love fulfills itself and it shows up in a practical way. It shows up in our workouts. It shows up in the essence of our affirmation, whether it is from our surgery and interacting with our doctors who are coaching us, whether it is that divine element of love and action as we fulfill ourselves in our daily maintenance from our the energy and the vibration of spirit in action showing up in our pills, those supplements that support us and energize us, bringing balance and harmony to our life. I'm acknowledging it as the spirit of wholeness. And in that spirit of wholeness, I know that it is alive within all relationships. Our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with our family, our relationship with the world. And I know that that same energy I speak of right now is fully present as our way of being in sacred service in the world, within our vocation, the way we serve and we show up in the world. I know that there is a power for good, and that good is spirit in action, moving and having its being. And it is so much more. And as I know this truth, I know that it expands and it enlivens itself within our finances. Whatever our need is, I know that there is more than enough of the divine. And it is the divine that creates the ways and the means, and it shows up as infinite good. So I'm so grateful right now for this vibration of good. I'm grateful for the echoes of spirit in the air fulfilling itself and enriching itself. I am grateful for I know that something divine has set itself in motion, and it is the perfect good of God in action. That Christ consciousness expanding itself as light. And so it is in this space right here, right now, that I release these words into the action of universal law, and we affirm and we say together, and so it is. Amen. I'm just breathing right now, and as I'm breathing, you may hear some of the echoes around me, and it's perfectly fine. And the reason I say that it's perfectly fine is because it is an affirmation of life, expanding itself and enriching itself. So I'm going to invite you, if you know anyone that could use some prayer today, I invite you to share this prayer with them. Also show them how to download this prayer app, because they may have a personal prayer, especially in the middle of the night. They can send in a prayer request and we will respond and be praying with you over the course of a 15-day period. And if you have another prayer, just send in another prayer and we will continue to pray. The most important part that I want you to remember is that you are filled with love and light. I'll see you again later. Have a blessed day. Namaste.